Hi, Virgo. This is your reading for the time period of September 15th to the 30th, 2019. For those of you who are new to my channel or just visiting, welcome to Amani's Light Work. Okay, so this will be the end of September going into Libra season readings. All right, so I have a section of my channel. If you're new, it's called Keys to Akasha. And in that section, I cover historic events, news stories, I cover celebrity passings, etc. So if you have an inquiry about that section on my channel, please feel free to send me an email to ifadivination777@gmail.com or a direct message on my IG at Amani Ife. Okay, so let's see what's going on, Virgo, for you. You are the second to last reading that I'm doing, and I'm really happy about that. All right, let's see what's going on. Okay. Mm-hmm. I keep seeing a child, so it could like a little child, like a little girl with like little pigtails in her hair. I don't know. That may be important to you. That could be if you were little, you could have worn pigtails like that. I don't know. It's really interesting. Like a little girl, like wearing a skirt and like a little blouse and like little bubble. Those bubble hair bubbles in the hair. You know what I mean? That was the vision that I was getting. So I don't know. You may have a child, or that could literally be how one of your first grade pictures looked. If you're a female, or you could have, if you're a dude, you could have a daughter, or you may want children. It could just be the idea of having a kid, or you could be interacting with a child that looks just like that. You know what I mean? It just that fits that description at least. All right, let's see what's going on. Or reminiscing about childhood. Anytime you see a child, it just represents a new something new in your life. Like you could be having a child, and you may not have thought it was possible, or you're thinking about your own child. It just depends on what's going on. Okay. That analogy could also fit to go right with someone else. Like you could be thinking about that, like children and things of that nature, but it may resonate with someone that you're tied to. I always make sure that I say that. So if it's not you, then it's a partner has children. But when I say if it's not you, then it's just a partner that you have that has children. And something there you may not have known. The Ten of Swords energy is underneath. Ten of Swords energy, air sign, but they're deceptive. So when I said that air sign elements are deceptive, for some reason they could have left, or it could be child support cases and things of that nature. That's why I said children. Something's deceptive about them, or they took money, or something's going on with like child support. And I mean, I feel drawn to say child support for some reason. I don't know why. That could be something that you're dealing with, or a partner is dealing with out of nowhere. And that's why I said. That's why I said a partner having children and you not knowing, and something there may be disruptive. Something there may be disruptive. That's why the Ten of Swords energy is there. If it's not anything with children, that's a deception. If it's not anything with children, then something is just deceptive. So it could be a relationship that you have with a Libra and Aquarian. What's the other damn sign? Libra, Aquarian, Aquarius. No, I said Aquarian already. A Libra and a Gemini. Gemini. Sorry, something may be deceptive, but they said something wrong. So when I hit Gemini, they said something to you that was wrong. So it could, however you want to look at it, said something to you. Said something to you. They cursed you out. Said vice versa. Said something to you. They predicted something wrong. They try to give you intuitive advice. They may have tried to give you but it's wrong. They may have tried to give you intuitive advice about something and it's wrong. So it could be a Gemini, it could be an Aquarian, but need to stop talking to. So when I said Aquarian, you may need to stop talking to that element, but doesn't know what they're talking about. So when I said that, they specifically, some air sign that you're dealing with, period. They something's off. When I said air sign that you're dealing with, period, I get off. So them being deceptive is that you, however, okay, them being deceptive is either you cut, either the deception is coming from the fact you cut them off, or because of something incorrect, because of some type of mishap between them, or a mistake that you made, a mistake they made, hence the reason for the cutoff. That's what deception is coming from, or something's going on with off. Like, however, off is like people usually say someone is off when they're not. People usually use the word. Okay, people when people say that, when they say he or she is off, they usually say cognitive. The word is usually utilized to place emphasis on something going on with someone cognitively. So that's why that could also be where you want to use that could be where you want to use the analogy with the word off, or you cut them off, or you turn your phone off on them for temporarily. Vice versa. It just depends on. However, what's another way you could use off? Off is like they could be on you. They could be on you, like sleeping, trying to have sex with you, and you want them off of you. Vice versa. However you want to look at off, but something about off, something how whatever, pick a situation there, cutting them off, wanting them off you. Literally, they're touching you. To want they could be touching you, want them off you. What's another situation? Or something's going on cognitively with them. And that could be where the off analogy is coming from. You know what I mean? But it's a 10 of swords, because either you have that kind of deceptive thought in one of those situations there, you may have that kind of deceptive thought about them, or I pick a situation. You have one of those, you have a deceptive thought about them that's like that, or they have this about you. All right? It just depends on what's going on. The starting point has, I'm tired. Hangman energy in the starting point, okay? But what they did, so what a Gemini did, what an Aquarian did, what a Libra did, but they know each other. So when I said that, all those, I almost said guys, all those dudes, like all of them could be air sign men, all that are talking about you. All those elements are in whatever proximity. One lives at home, one you live at home with, one you see in the workplace. They know each other. One you live at home with, one you see in the workplace, air sign men or air sign women, whatever. I felt drawn to say men. Those could be colleagues or housemate. No, you have housemates that know. You have a housemate air sign that could be an Aquarian energy that's a housemate that knows someone that you live with. I mean, that knows someone that you work with, or it's a Gemini energy friend. It's a Gemini energy that's a friend, but they're just a friend. They may know a colleague. They may know a colleague that you deal with, or they deal with a family member or another friend that you have. Didn't know. The Gemini energy deals with a family member or friend that you have external from them, and you didn't know that. That's why the Hangman energy, because they talk to each other often. Ten of Swords, they talk to each other often. That's why I said the heavy need will want air sign off. The heavy need is wanting to cut the air sign out. All of them is wanting to cut the air sign elements off, but they like someone you don't like. So when I said that, they like someone that you don't like. Do you like someone that they don't like? But more so you. So more so the first example. They like someone that you don't like. The Aquarian energy likes someone that you don't like. The Gemini, the Libra, they like they bet hung over. When I almost get someone hung over. When I hit Aquarian and Gemini, something is hung over about them. Air signs, period. Something maybe hung over. That's how they come to work. So that's how they come to work. That's how they come back into the house hungover. When I said come back into the house, I get hungover. So if it's not air sign elements, if it's not air signs or air sign elements that are coworkers and friends and interconnection between housemates and colleagues and things of that nature and bosses and whatever it is, if it's not anything like that, the Ten of Swords hungover, the Ten of Swords energy with the Hangman, if you're hungover, like I see what's going on here. I see what's going on. The hungover feeling didn't know what you did. The hungover feeling is that you didn't know what you did. I mean, we are in your season. You know, we're on our way out, exiting your season. You know, you could have been celebrating your birthday and things of that nature, but Aquarian did. So when I said celebrating your birthday and things of that nature, and Aquarian energy did something to you, A Gemini did something. A Libra said something. One of those, some air sign element, they did something. That's why I said earlier on, they has something to do with them. Has something to do with them cognitively. Has some that, and they said something. It has something to do with them being on you and them not getting off with the hangman energy there. That could literally be a situation that I calling the police. That could literally be a situation that you have going on with them. This could be somebody could come into the home drunk. Somebody could come back inside the house drunk all the time, or they come into the workplace all the time. But should I tell boss, they come into the workplace all the time drunk, or they come in high all the time. I had Aquarius. They come in high and drunk all the time. It's a Aquarian energy that has that kind of stuff going on. And you think you want to tell a boss. You think you want to tell a parent. You think you want to tell you think you want to tell the super. You may want to tell, you may want to share these kind of things with people, that live somewhere, that they work somewhere. They come in drunk and high all the time to the workplace. I keep getting Aquarian. The Aquarian energy comes in like that all the time. That could be why someone lost their job. Hangman energy, because the hangman energy with the Ten of Swords is that this could be a situation here where like a family member or a housemate that you have, I get somewhat neurological. A family member or housemate that you have, something maybe going on with them neurologically, but they act out on. So something going on with someone neurologically in a family or in a workplace. Something's going on with them neurologically because of drinking. Something's going on with someone neurologically because of drinking, but they're starting to act out on. They're starting to act out on their behavior. But I'm scared. So when I said that, the hangman energy is that you're scared, but keep a close eye on them. So you keep a close eye on an Aquarian. You keep a close eye on a Gemini, on a Libra. You keep a close, but they have their own room. So keeping a close eye on one of those air signs, they have their own room. They have their own room. They have their own office. They go into their own cubicle, but I don't want them near. They go into their own cubicle, but you don't want them near because of their behaviors, and their habits are embarrassing. Their behaviors and their habits are embarrassing. If it's not air signs, hangman energy with the Ten of Swords, it's something interesting going on here with. It's something interesting going on here with you like that, but I ain't highness. So when I said that something's going on with being high, that's why the Ten of Swords is there. Something may be going on here with you being high, either with an earth sign, like something could be going on here with you being high with the air sign elements, or high by yourself, but it's scary. High by yourself, you're scared. High by yourself, you're scared. That's why the Ten of Swords. I was getting deception. So when I said high by yourself and being scared, be careful. Be careful of going out with certain coworkers and being high. Be careful with going out with certain coworkers and being high. Be careful with going out with Be careful with coming home high. Be careful with going out drink. If you don't smoke, be careful of drinking with the wrong. Be careful of drinking with the wrong people, and that could be a message. That's why I said deception. Because something happened interesting, something potentially, or something happened interesting there because you involved with Aquarian, because you end up being involved with an Aquarian, and the Aquarian energy, they may work with you. They could be a coworker that invited you somewhere, but don't go. A coworker inviting you somewhere, don't go. Aware you can't hold liquor. So somebody's aware that you can't hold your liquor. Someone is aware that when you get high, you don't know what's going on, or you get paranoid. Someone is aware that those kind of things happen to you like that. Vice versa, or you have that kind of feeling about the air signs, but they're the ones that did something. You have that kind of feeling with the air signs, but they're the ones that did something in the sense, they could be trying to do something to you, so be careful. That did something in the sense where, but watch them. So did something in a sense where you watch them all the time, you watch their behavior. I keep getting hold liquor. They don't hold their liquor well, so them not holding their liquor well, when they're not drunk, when they're not drunk and acting crazily from drinking and smoking, they may have a sober thought about you, but they may have a sober thought about how you act when you're like that. But it's not in their place to have that kind of thought about you, because they act worse. Gemini act worse. Aquarian, those elements act worse there. They act worse. That's why hangman energy is there. So it could be, Ten of Swords is because they have that kind of thought, and you could have heard that conversation happening about you in the workplace, in a home environment, or you have that kind of thought about them. Keep getting hold liquor. You know they can't hold liquor. You drink, they can't hold it. Or if you drink, something's going on with you. Something's going on with you not being able to hold your liquor, or they have that kind of thought about you, smoking and high and cognition and off and getting off them, getting off, you getting off, you cutting them off, cutting them myself. On the tone of it is because somebody was drinking. You were drinking when those air signs were drinking. Somebody could have acted out in a way don't remember what happened. Somebody could have acted out in a way they don't remember what happened. They don't remember what they said to you. You don't remember what you said to them if it's a drinking situation, or if it's not anything with doing it has nothing to do with drinking and being hot, then it's just a thought. The hangman energy, you're using your intuition that someone has some type of interesting thought about you. Ten of Swords. If it's not air signs, it's just any zodiac sign that has that knows something secretive with you there. Interesting. And they're sharing it. What you're waiting on is a Sag, Knight of Wands energy, but I want to leave. So the Hangman with the Sagittarian energy, you're complaining to them. So you're complaining to them about an Aquarian or what you saw them doing, or they said to them about a Gemini energy, complain to them, and whatever air sign you're complaining to. It doesn't even have to be the air. It doesn't even have to be the air signs that you're complaining to a Sagittarius energy for. You could be complaining to air signs about a Sag, but not helpful. So you're telling the air signs. You're telling the air signs that a Sag isn't helpful. You're telling the Sag the Aquarian. You're telling the Sag and Aquarian energy isn't helpful. And whatever proximity, they're not helpful. Workplace, filing papers, printing, and they just sit. So when I said that, they just sit. Does the Sagittarius energy just sit? Does the Aquarian, the Gemini, lazy? When I hit Gemini, they're just lazy, or they just sit, or they come into the workplace high and drunk and hungover and things of that nature all the time. But Sag is annoyed. So when I said that the air sign elements do, a Sagittarian, and for a long time, they've been annoyed by that kind of behavior that you had for a long time. Like you could have that kind of behavior going on, or it's an Aquarian or whatever air sign. The Sag may be annoyed by them for that, having that kind of, by how they treat you. So a Sag is annoyed by how when those air signs and into how they treat you, or a Sag is annoyed into what you say about the air signs. A Sag is annoyed by the way you talk about the air sign elements, but by the way how you talk about an Aquarian, how you talk about a Gemini, how you talk about rude. You say rude things about them. If it's not air signs, it's just Ten of Swords with the Hangman, with the Sag. You're just talking about someone in your home all the time. You're just talking to someone or complaining to someone. You're complaining to someone about someone in your workplace or in your home all the time. But stop. So I'm looking at them and they want you to stop. You want them to stop. It just depends on what's going on. What's going on in the present is the sign of Libra. There's your quiet Libra. I say quiet because I was really unsure if they were going to show up in your reading period with the Libra energy being in the present, but I need a call. So you're thinking that Ten of Swords, you may need a call. Ten of Swords is that you may need to call Libra, but cut off phone. They may have cut off their phone. Like they literally, that's why I said cut off and hang up the phone. And you could have done that to this person. You could have done that to a Libra, but don't like you. So you doing that, you don't like them, you don't like them, or vice versa. They may not pretend to like you. They may pretend to like you. They may pretend to like you, or they may pretend to like you, or you yourself need to call. You yourself may need to call them. The needing to, Sag doesn't think so. The need for you to call them and you wanted to call them is a Sag doesn't think you should do that, but aware someone doesn't like you. So when I said that, they're aware that a Libra doesn't like you anymore, or they never liked you, or they don't like you. But stop trying. So I'm looking at the Sag, and they think that you should stop trying to be with a Libra. Does a Libra keep trying to be with you? Does a Libra keep trying to be with you? And you're complaining to a Sag, and you're telling a Sag that they keep trying to watch me. They keep trying to work with me. They keep trying to collab with me. You're telling the Sag that they want to collab with you, but a Libra wants to collab with you vice versa. But do they deem you to be devious because of what you said? They deem you to be devious because of what you said. What they said. A Sag said, leave them alone. You know what I mean? An Aquarian energy input. An Aquarian energy make the Ten of Swords, but an Aquarian energy with they know them. An Aquarian energy trying to give their input is that they know that they know a Libra, or they went to school together. So an Aquarian energy went to school with a Libra, or they currently they went to school, like in the past went to school with a Libra, but that's the deception. So Okay, this is interesting. This is a situation here. I'll give you a perfect example. I got a housemate. This is a situation here where hangman with the Sag and the Libra is that didn't know. Okay, someone that you like. That's why I said Ten of Swords. Someone that you like, and it could be a Libra. The Libra energy that you like knows Aquarian. The Libra energy that you like, they know an Aquarian, or they. This is someone that you want to date, like a blind. It could be a blind date. Someone that you date. Someone that you met on the street somewhere. Someone you met in the neighborhood knows Aquarian. Someone you met in the neighborhood setting, they know an Aquarian, or they talk to an Aquarian energy often, or a Gemini. They talk to those air sign elements often. But something is deceptive because you didn't know that they used to work together. You didn't know that you didn't know that they took a class together and a college course together. But that's the secrecy. Not knowing that they took a college class together, that's the secrecy. Like that's the secrecy. That could be what you're sharing with you. That could be what a Sag is sharing to you about a Libra. That could be what a Sag is sharing with you about a Libra, or that's what a Libra is sharing to you. They're not sharing that. So when I say Libra sharing with you, they're not sharing that. Like they're someone. Okay, okay. I'm trying to think of an interesting example. This is a situation here where I had a colleague. A Libra element is also a colleague, but somewhere that you live, or a neighborhood, like your neighborhood or whatever. Somebody like this element, if they're a colleague, they know who you live with. They just know who you live with, but and they may talk to the Libra and Aquarian, whichever they are a Sag. They may talk to each other all the time, but that's the deception. Them talking to each other all the time, that's the deception. That's the deception because you didn't know that those kind of interconnection or those kind of interactions. You didn't know that that was happening. You may not have known the important feeling. The important feeling with not knowing that that was happening is like I have business partner, this energy colleague, business partner, coworker. You talk to them, or to some extent or some level you actually like them, knows housemate, but they know your housemate. So what's happening here, your housemate could be the Aquarian, the Gemini, whatever, or the Sag. What's happening here is that you're sharing. Okay, what's happening here is that you could be drunk, you could be smoking, you could be high, but you're going back home intoxicated. You're going back home intoxicated, and your Aquarian, your Sag, those elements, those housemates, whatever, they're relaying. They know your coworker, they know your boss, they know your colleague, they know your business partner, and they're relaying that behavior back to them. They didn't know. They're relaying that behavior back to them, and you didn't know that. And you didn't know that. This element could be your this element could be your love partner, and they could be that knows your housemate. They're your love Ten of Swords. They are your love partner, but they know one of your housemates. They know your super. They know your landlord. Talk often. They know your super. They know they know your landlord. They know your house cleaner, and they talk often. And for some reason, for Ten of Swords, Hangman, for some reason, you had limited information on that. For some reason, you had limited information on that, or you just didn't know. You just did not see the interactions. You just didn't see those interactions happening. Someone could have literally gotten on the phone and had someone that you live with could have literally gotten on the phone with your boss because I'll give you a perfect example. This is a situation here where your parent may know your boss. They could have went to school together. Your parent knows your parent, or a housemate knows a friend. Your parent or your housemate knows your friend, and they talk to each other often about your behaviors and whatever kind of behavior, and or they just talk about you, period. And I get dumbfounded with that. Just talking about you, period. You're just dumbfounded about that. And the justice energy is tackle. You may want behind the scenes. You may want to tackle someone down. You may want to tackle a Sag. You want to tackle the Aquarian, the Gemini, deception. You want to tackle them because of deception. But what have they been talking about? So when I said that, what has your love partner been talking to? What has your love partner been talking to your housemate about? But don't bring them by. So when I said that, don't bring your love partner by. Don't bring your love partner by where okay. You may not live with your love partner for some reason. So the spirit is saying, do not bring your love partner by where you live. Don't bring them to your job. They're going to exchange numbers. So when I said that, they're going to exchange numbers. Do not bring your lover. Do not bring your lover to hang out with your coworker or your colleague, your boss. Do not bring your lover to do that. Do not bring a coworker. Do not bring a coworker to meet a lover. Don't do that because something crazy is gonna something crazy and exchange your numbers is gonna happen. This is really interesting. This is like I get some odd behavior also. Something to be going on with you with odd behavior or a Libra with odd behavior. They keep doing something. The Libra may have odd behavior. They keep doing something, so it could have something. It could have something to do with cognition or talking. It has something to do with them talking about something or been talking about something that they're talking about. That didn't make any sense. It has something to do with something or someone they're talking about, and for some reason them is odd. For some reason doing that is odd. For some reason, no. Them doing that, that's what a Sagittarian energy said. Or I'll give you another example. This could be a situation also here. You could have a love partner that's aware oddities. You have a love partner that they're just aware of oddities that you have, or you're aware of their oddities. They're aware of your oddities, but met coworker. Your love partner is aware of some type of oddity that you have or oddities, and they met or they somehow they met your coworker. They could have introduced themselves to your coworker, or they just somehow they end up in the same room because of you. Somehow they're ending up in the same room with your coworker, your colleague, your boss, but it's because of you that's happening. And don't share when I said that. So when I said it, there's a don't share. You're telling your lover, don't share. You're telling your lover that you're trying to tell your lover, don't tell your colleague or your business partner, I don't brush my teeth at night. Don't tell them that I like to eat ice cream in the tub naked. Whatever. Don't tell them that I do those kind of things. Don't tell them that. But something here, interaction here you're going to miss. An interaction here you're going to miss because you're not going to know or be aware of the interconnection. So either it's your fault. Either it's your fault that something there is interconnected, potentially going to be interconnected. Either it's your fault, or either it's your fault, or it's just somebody else just knows something. They went to school with some. They didn't know going to school with someone. Your partner going to school, your colleague. You didn't know you didn't know they went to Hunter together. You didn't know they went to Pratt together. You didn't know they went to Washington State together. You didn't know. Whatever the school name is, you didn't know they went to Princeton together. And somebody wants to reveal, you're in a relationship with someone wants to reveal your oddities, vice versa, and you're trying to tell them not even try to tell them something here you're not going to notice, something here you're not going to notice. Colleague knows a lover. You're finding out they went to school together, but you didn't know. And the deceptive feeling is them being invited over, or the deceptive feeling is something from the past you didn't want revealed. So the deceptive feeling is that something in the past you may not be wanting revealed. Something that you did in the past, a behavior that you had, or something that you did, period, you don't want revealed to your new partner. You don't want revealed, but you don't know that people know each other in whatever proximity. You don't know that people know each other here in some type of situation. All right. If it's not you, the Hangman, the Libra energy knows Sag. The Libra energy knows a Sag, the Libra, but it's important to say. So if it's not lovers, these could be business partners that you try to keep separate. If it's not lovers, Hangman, Ten of Swords, these two elements are just business partners that you try to keep separate. The spirit and for sensing try to keep separate. You try to keep separate in the sense where one of them may have seen you do something really crazy. One of them saw you do, or you slept. You could have slept with one of them. You keep separate. The heavy feeling of wanting to keep them separate is because you had you may have had some type of intimate interaction with both of them. That could be why you don't want. That could also be why you want to keep them separate. But the Ten of Swords energy implies that something with trying to keep two people separate that you dealt with on that intimate level may not be working, and somehow they're ending up in the same room and conference room and with each other, and they're talking about something that you did with either one of them. You could be a dude and a Sag, and you could be a guy, and you work somewhere with a Sag and a Libra that are females, and slept with both of them. And you slept with both of those elements. You may have slept with both of them, or you're trying to, or you may want to, but don't know they know each other. Families know each other. When I said that, if these two elements are separate, their families know each other. Their families know each other. Like Libra could be your new partner knows your ex. A Libra could be a new partner, but they know your ex, or they know your ex, or they had some type of dealing with your ex's family, or you went to school, or you went to school with a Libra. You went to school with a Libra, but they know your friend, distant. They know your distant friend that lives in another state or another province. How do they know each other? So when I said that, hangman, how do they know each other? You're confused. You're confused into how they know each other. You're confused into how a parent knows your friend. You're confused into how a parent knows your new lover, or your new lover's family, or something's going on interconnection with coworkers, something's going on with coworkers, or a coworker that you have knows your housemates and they talk often about you. Or something's going on with exes knowing each other. Something's going on with exes knowing each other, or an ex, or your new partner. Your new partner knows your ex's family, or your new partner's family knows your ex, or knows your ex's family, or somebody in there went to school together, and you're fearing people finding out certain things about you. Really hell bent over that. Also, you're really hell bent with certain people finding out things about you. It's because of a new partner. So it's because of a new business partner that's happening. It's because of a new lover that's happening. Whatever situation that's going on here. The future has you. There's your energy there. Hermit energy, or it could also be another Virgo. So you got Aquarian, you got Libra, Gemini, Sag, interconnected. They're interconnected. Everybody's interconnected, yes, and whatever situation, whatever state or province you live in is small. So small world stuff is going on here. Whatever. Virgo, it could be an external Virgo that you're dealing with as well. The instincts has the Seven of Swords energy. So Seven of Swords energy, but making plans to leave. So from the deception. So Ten of Swords, Seven of Swords, making plans, house, making plans to leave house. You want to leave a home environment. You know what I mean? You want to, didn't know, I keep getting X. Someone's heavy with an X environment. X environment. Something is heavy about an X being, something is heavy about an X being interconnected here for some reason. This could be Seven of Swords. This could be a situation here where you could have a new partner, right? It could be a Sag, a Libra, whatever, a Aquarian. But they're just housemates. So they're just housemates. They're housemates. They're colleagues. They're whatever it is that they are, family members. Whatever it is that they are, interconnected to job. They're interconnected to a job. If it's in a house, they're interconnected to people that you work with, and they're sharing again Aquarian, and the Aquarian or whichever of them they're sharing something really private they don't want shared to a colleague, to a boss. Didn't know they knew them. When I said that, you didn't know they knew them, or they just talk often about you all the time. Seven of Swords energy. But making plans, something is heavy. Something is heavy with you, the interconnection and the needing to make plans to leave. But Sag doesn't want you to. So when I said that, a Sag doesn't want you to, but I keep getting Aquarian. So a Sag not wanting you to leave, that's what Ten of Swords. It has something to do with something that Aquarian energy did. Something that they did with you, something that they did with you, something that they said about you, or something that if they're a housemate, something that they relayed to someone in your job. You didn't want they may know your boss. If they're a housemate, they may know your boss, and they said something to your boss. They went to school with your boss. You didn't know, and they're talking to each other all the time about you. Or something's going on. If it's a house situation, something's going on where you may just have a regular coworker that knows your housemate. I keep getting the prayer. You just have a regular coworker that knows your housemate, and same thing, and they still talk to each other. I don't want certain things shared. So when I said that, I don't want certain things shared. You're finding out your ex knows your current partner's family, or they just know your ex somehow through school, through an old job, and they're talking to each other about you. And you're like, I don't want, you're annoyed, Ten of Swords, you're aggravated. You don't want certain things shared. But how to prevent? So when I said that how to prevent, How to prevent the Aquarian from revealing something to a Sag. How to prevent an Aquarian from revealing something to a Sag. How to stop Gemini from talking. How to get a Libra. How to extract them. How to extract a Libra from a situation. How to extract a Libra from a situation? You want a Libra extracted for some reason? For some reason, this could be business, that you do with Sag and Libra and Aquarian, whatever. You may do business. You may do business with these elements. You can do business want Libra extracted. You may do business with these elements, but you want a Libra. That's why Seven of Swords is there. You may want a Libra extracted for some reason. You want them extracted, and that could be. Oh, I see what's going on here. I see what's going on. You expressing Ten of Swords. You expressing that you want a Libra. Heard that. You expressing that you wanted a Libra element extracted, and they heard that because the interconnection. They heard that, or somebody made them aware of that because of an interconnection that you have here. So, I'll give you another example. The business part. That's why I said business partner, colleague, and whatever. The Libra. That's the kind of relation. That's the kind of relationship that you have with a Libra. So, but what's happening here is What's happening here is you don't know, or you're finding out that they know your Aquarian housemate, that they know your Libra housemate. Whatever, professor, class, whatever it is, your job's separate from your work. Your job is separate from your college. Colleges are workplaces also. That's where something happened. Colleges are workplaces also. That's where something happened. But I wanted to get back to that example. Okay, Jesus Christ. You're talking to a Sag. Okay, let's go with the Sag first. You're talking to a Sag about a Libra that knows Aquarian. You're talking to a Sag about a Libra you don't know. You're finding out that Hangman. You don't know. You're finding out that they know an Aquarian energy that you live with, or it's a love partnership that you don't. It's a love partnership that you have that you don't know is interconnected to a housemate that you may not bring a love partner around a specific housemate, but they already know each other. But that's what a Sag said. So when I said that, that's what a Sagittarius energy said. Or it's a business deal, where you have a bit that you don't really like, or it's a business deal where you have a business partner that's a Libra that you don't really like, and you're telling a Sag that could also be another business partner, but they went to school together. So when I said that whatever you're sharing with a Sag about a Libra, you don't know that they went to school together. You don't know that they live in the same apartment complex, and they're talking about a thought that you have about a Libra, and you don't know they live in the same place. You don't know they live in the same neighborhood, same block, same floor. They share whatever it is, and you don't know that. The Sag betrayed. So when I said that a Sag may have betrayed you on that level, a Sag may have betrayed you on that level there. That's why the Justice energy is here in the present. With the Seven of Swords. I want to leave house. I want to look for a business partner. You think you need to look for a new business partner because of some type of slip up of something that someone shared that was not something that wasn't supposed to be shared. And it's causing you lose business partner. It could cause you to lose a business partner, Libra business partner, Sag business partner, if those are business partners. But the reason for that is because the heavy feeling with that is because they're interconnected to housemates and people that you live with in an apartment complex. And whatever you're sharing that you don't, whatever private thought you have about someone that you're sharing with a friend, that you're sharing with a lover, don't do that. You shouldn't do that for some reason because they know that something there. People know each other. But they're not telling you that. But yeah, Sag. The people know each other, not telling you that. The Sag is responsible for that. Sag is responsible for that. Wow. The Nine of Pentacles energy is in the accomplishment right next to the Hangman, but I'm still making money. So you may be making, it's not a permanent, you may be making, it's just a thought. Swords represent your brain. It's just a thought that you may want to move from a place. Whatever the setting is, it's just a thought that I see. If this is a home environment, that could be the exact reason into why you want to move. If you want to move, if you have a thought about if you have a thought about wanting to move from a home environment, like something could be going on here in an apartment extreme. Something may be going on here extreme in an apartment complex. and it's interconnected to your workplace, but that's annoying. So when I said that something there is annoying, you may live in a situation that is you may live in a town or in a state or a province or a borough that is really tight knit, but I need to leave. When I said that it's really tight knit, and you're like, I need to leave from that kind of situation. I need to leave. I need to leave. The only way you're gonna get the only way you're gonna get some type of freedom from interconnection things is possibly if you move to another country, possibly if you move to another state. You know what I mean? That's the only way that break an interconnection. That's the only way that the feeling with you being annoyed with people being interconnected heavily and talking about you and this, that, and the third all the time. The heavy feeling with that is that just leave. The heavy feeling with that, you should just leave. Leave like the state that you're in or something. Leave the neighborhood. Leave you may live. It could be a situation here that it could be a neighborhood, a block situation where people in your neighborhood know your coworkers and they're talking about you all the time. Whatever. It's as simple as that. As simple as that. You need to distance yourself from certain people, and in order to hear someone out. Also, you need to distance yourself from being in a close knit situation so that you can actually hear somebody out. And it could be a Sag that you need to hear out, a Libra you need to hear out. Whoever you, in order to hear somebody out, an Aquarian, in order to hear somebody out, the spirit emphasizing in order to hear someone out. This is a perfect example. This is a situation here where for some reason you may be putting limitations on yourself in the sense where, yeah, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave this neighborhood. I want to be in this neighborhood for at least another 5 or 6 years. Seven of Swords could be you could have been living somewhere for 7 years, and you may live in a neighborhood like you choose. You're choosing to live in a neighborhood. This is an example. You may be choosing to live in a neighborhood where you know that people that work. Okay, where you know that people in that neighborhood know your coworkers somehow, or you just know visually, you just know that a coworker lives down the street. So the only way you're annoyed by people, you're annoyed by the interconnection. You're annoyed by potentially people talking about you with interconnection, however bad or good, people talking about you with that kind of interconnection. That could be where the annoyance is. But you're annoyed, but at the same time you're putting a limitation on yourself. I don't want to leave this job. I don't want to leave this neighborhood. I don't want to leave this state. But the only way you're gonna hear something out or hear someone out is if you're far away from them. So if you're close by someone all the time that you know is interconnected to someone that you live or work with, if you're by them all the time, something that is constructive criticism that they're talking about with you all the time is going to annoy you. Until you move farther away. If you live farther away, it's something that is heavily interconnected may not bother you to that extreme, but it is. But it's only because you choose to be somewhere all the time. It's only because you're choosing to sit. It's only because you're choosing to sit in the house with a housemate that talks to your boss, know your boss. You're choosing to sit in that kind of situation. Just an example. And whatever the situation, you're choosing to sit in it. You're not making moves, or you're planning to make moves. You may be planning to make moves, but you haven't made the moves yet. The spiritual self has the Empress, so it could be a Libra or Aries element. That's a female, right next to the Sag. You know what I mean? That's what parents. This element could be a mom. Sag, whichever. You know what I mean? And Aries, Libra elements that are parents. Could be to a mother. Could be like an older coworker that you have that's annoying. It's an older coworker that you have that's annoying. That could be the annoying coworker. Could be the damn Libra that's in the present. You know what I mean? It could be a Libra. The Empress is, I feel it's always Libra or Aries element there. Justice element, justice energy. It could be an Aries element that you have this kind of thought with. They could be a parent, housemate, boss, coworker that you're just annoyed by, but don't like their business objectives. So you don't like an Aries / Libra or Sag. You don't like their business objectives. You don't like their business objectives there. These fire signs, the Sag and the Aries element, the Libra also talking about. You were talking about those elements. You don't like them, or you don't like something that they're saying interconnection. You don't like something that they're saying, but the reason for that is because they're interconnected to something that you don't know is interconnected. You know what I mean? But you don't know that. With the Aries element there, she doesn't know what she's talking about. So Aries element doesn't know what she's talking about. You know what I mean? A parent, if it's not Aries and Libra, then it's just a parent that you don't. It's just a parent that doesn't know what they're talking about. It's a older coworker that's a female, whatever it is. Or it could be a sister that doesn't know. But I get share. When I said sister, I get share. So you may need to share something with it. You may need sharing conversation, share in the same house. You share something with a sibling or a sister. You may share something with them. The justice sharing something with them is like you share something that's heavy. You may share something with a Libra, you Sag, Aries. You share something with them like a home. You share a home with them. You may share a car with them. It just depends on what's going on and privacy. When I hit car, something maybe privacy breaking about something going on with them and you in a car. You know what I mean? Someone made privacy about it. You could have done something with someone. You could have. It could be your relationship partner. You could have done something with someone in a car, and it could be a conversation. It could be something intimate, like an intimate conversation or just intimacy. Period. It's just intimacy. That's why the Libra. If they're not a business partner, it could be a love partner. If you're a female, male, whatever. There's a love partner of some kind that's right here in the present. Conversation or something that you did with them. If it's a Libra, but don't want to see them anymore. So when I said that, or they don't want to see you anymore, they may not want to see you anymore. Vice versa. But Sag said it has something to do with what a Sagittarian energy said. Said to them, said about them. Libra male, Libra female. Or it can have something to do with business objectives with those elements there, but don't like each other's plans. So when I said that, they don't like each other's plans. A Aries, a Libra, a Sag, they don't like each other's plans, but I need to extract. Seven of Swords, because they don't like each other's plans, I need to extract. I need to extract there. Seven of Swords, I need to make a plan to leave. I need to make a plan to extract myself. I need to make a plan to extract myself, But the reason into why that's happening, the reason into why that's happening the way that is because of interconnection and business partners and what do you call it? Business partners, coworkers, knowing your love partners or just interacting with your love partners. Period. Just interacting with your love partners. Period. It's embarrassing. So when I hit that note, it's embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. You know what I mean? Your love partner. Not your love partner, your business partner. You may invite your business partner by, for example, you to meet your mother or to meet a parent. But they talk. Inviting your love partner or business partner by to meet a parent, they're talking to each other. They're just talking to each other. But something about them talking to each other is putting you on blast. Something about them talking to each other is putting you on blast or potentially embarrassing. There, it just depends on what's going on. You may not know. You not knowing how to extract. It could also is why the Hermit energy is in the future. Is you not knowing how to leave a parent. You not knowing how to leave a house. You not knowing how to leave a partner because of deception. You not knowing how to leave a partner because they deceived you on some level. They deceived you. They talk to your mother behind the scenes about you. Your love partner talks to your mother or your father behind the scenes about you. And it's embarrassing, and you don't know that, or they just you brought them by. They're getting really comfortable with your housemate. You brought them to your job. They're getting really comfortable with your boss or your coworker. And your Seven of Swords. Should I leave a Libra? However you want to look at comfortable. Comfortable could be like intimacy. Comfortable is like comfortable with them. Okay, I'm getting tired. I'm getting really tired. Sorry. I'm getting tired. Comfortable with them is that you trying to be comfortable with them, but keep watching them. Trying to be comfortable with them, people keep watching them. So it could be your boss. It could be a boss or a housemate that watches someone all the time. A boss or housemate watches you all the time. But the only reason for that, Aries, is because of the Aries element or Sag. But they know each other. You know what I mean? This could be a situation here Like I'll just give it a perfect example. I'll just give an example. Like for example, you may smoke weed, but only at home. Like I'll just you may smoke weed at home, for example, and this could be, you may smoke weed at home, for example, right? But something's going on with a housemate that you have, knows your coworker, housemate, the worker, and there's certain coworkers and bosses may not know that you do that. They may not know that you do that, or they're trying to relay. If it's not that, this could be a situation here. You could do something like that. You could smoke something, or you could smoke whatever cigar, or you may smoke weed right before work. That could be somebody. You may do that. Somebody may do that right before work. But something's going on where a housemate knows your coworker, and you're going to work. Your coworkers may be looking at you interestingly, or your boss coming down hard on you. Your boss may be coming down hard on you, and you're like, why? But they don't know about your secretive habit at home, or vice versa. So you have a secretive habit in the workplace, and a coworker knows your love partner, or a coworker knows your ex. A coworker may know your ex, and you're a totally different way. You're a totally different way with your lover, or you're a totally different way with your lover, but they're interconnected to someone that works with you, and your lover is questioning you. What were you doing at 10 o'clock? What were you doing at 1 p.m.? And you're giving them one story and don't believe you. You're giving them one story and they don't believe you. But the reason for that is because they're related to your damn boss. They're related to someone that you work. They're related to someone that you are their friends, or they went to school with someone that you work with. You know, and you're aggravated. You're aggravated by the interconnection, but you're not moving from a neighborhood. It's happening in a neighborhood with your jobs and living somewhere, or it's what do you call it? It could be that, or it's not wanting to move out of state. You may need to move out of state in order to relieve yourself of something going on here. You know, you may need to relieve yourself from the interconnection. Relieve yourself from that. Like I said, hermit. You may not know how to do that. You may be afraid to do that, but that's what a Sag sees. So a Sag sees that you're afraid to do that, but it's bothering you. But whatever, do something to help yourself. The mentality has the King of Swords energy there. King of Swords energy could be a Libra dude. If it's not a female, it could also be a Libra guy. It could be Gemini dude. Aquarian energies that are dudes, but they're trying to leave. So when I hit Aquarian energies that are dudes, or whatever air sign dude, Seven of Swords, they're trying to leave. But they may be trying to leave. Like I said from the beginning, this could be happening to you, or it could be happening to them. Like this could be happening to you or them. The interconnections and annoyance. The interconnection. When I'm looking at them, they're an annoyance, or they're annoyed by they may confronting them. They're annoyed because you're trying to confront them. Are they trying to confront you? They may be trying, but they're a woman when I said that. So when I said them trying to confront you, something may be going on here with their woman. Like something's going on with the Aquarian energies woman. Something's going on with the Aquarian energies not the Aquarian only, a Gemini energy's girlfriend, a Libra energy's wife, or whichever air sign, whichever element, they have a woman, they have a woman that they like their woman, that the spirit was like something's going on interesting with their woman that you said you interconnection. When I said did or said, you may have said something about their wife. You said something about the Aquarian energies, their woman, like their wife, their a Libra, their wife, their girlfriend. You said something about their partner, but yet blow off steam. So when I said that, they may want to blow off steam. Did they say something about your partner? Did they say and you want to blow off steam? You know, but something there implies, like I said, Seven of Swords. Something there you keep sitting in, and the Sag sees that. And why don't you just move? So why don't they just move? But trying to get them to. So when I said that, you're trying to get them to. That could be what you're talking to a Sag about, or Aries about. You're trying to get them to leave. But the trying to get them to leave, involve. They could be they're involved with your business partners. Or they are a business partner that causes problems. They're a business partner that they just cause problems. Or they're interconnected to your lovers and exes. And something there, and something about that interconnection is annoying you because they may be talking about something there. They could be talking, that could be something that they always do. I get with a Sag. That could be something that they always do with a Sag. They always do that with a Sag. And because the Ten of Swords, because they always do that with a Sag, betray them. You want to betray them. Or it's whatever it is that they have going on. They don't even have to have a woman. Whatever it is that they did that you deem to be a fuck up, they could be dealing with it. They could be tied to an Aries element, but they talk often. They could be tied to an Aries, but they talk often with the Aries element about you, or something that you did, or something that went wrong in business, what work ethic, whatever it is that's going on there with this element. And you feel the need, if they have a woman, you feel the need to betray their woman, you know? Or are you betraying their business partner for what they did to you? You know, if they did do anything to you at all, you know, if they did do something to, if you deem them to be doing something to you at all, it's because some type of private behavior that you have that you don't want a boss to know, and they know your boss in their housemate, and they're telling your boss what you're doing. Just an example. And you feel the need, you somehow you know it's them. Somehow you know they did that because of Sag could have said something, or Sag could have heard a conversation, but there's something's going on with their partner also. So Aries could be a Sag partner, or something's going on. Libra could be a Sagittarian energies partner. A Libra could be a Sagittarian energies partner as well. And that could be why you don't want to see. That could be why you don't want to see a Libra. And those exact words an Aquarian energy may have heard. Those words an Aquarian heard, those words an Aquarian heard and relayed to those words an Aquarian heard that you said about a Libra that's a that is a Sagittarian energy partner. They heard that and they're acting out, and that may be causing you to act out or them to act out. You know. Seven of Swords, leave the house permanently, leave, move, or that Seven of Swords. That's the kind of that they could be doing that. They could be trying to do that on their own, but that's how they lost their job. So when I said that, that's how they lost their job because of some type of interconnection here, and they themselves may not know that. They themselves may not know that. You know, they themselves may not know that a Sag was talking about them, that something that a Sag did, or a conversation a Sag had with an Aries, a conversation a Sag had with a Libra. That could be something funky maybe going on there with them. Gemini male, Aquarian male, Libra male. Something interesting is losing job. Something interesting there is going on with them losing their job. But it could be some with them losing their job. It could be your fault that they're losing their job. Because you were talking about their lover, and you were talking about their lover or their business partner, or that you were talking about something that went wrong with their business deal with a Sag or by themselves, and they're going off, and they feel the need to go off. They may feel the need to go off there. Seven of Swords energy with them. You know, they may want to leave, or it's happening to you. They're too involved with your stuff. It's happening to you. They're just too involved with your things. Gemini, too involved with your things. Aquarian, too involved with your private affairs. And you're like, how to get away? How to get away? Either you're having conversations, how to get Aquarian to leave, how to get Libra to leave, how to get Gemini to leave. You could be having those kind of conversations with a Sag, but don't know what to do. So a Sag may be telling you, maybe trying to tell you justice energy. If it's not only a Libra, it's justice energy because you're having that kind of conversation with a Sag. They may not know how to let someone go. They may not know how to let someone go. They don't know how to let someone go, or someone is just letting themselves go. Someone, however you want to look at that, someone is just letting themselves go on their own. But they're hearing conversations. Like they're hearing conversations pertaining to them. You're hearing conversations pertaining to you. Sag, talking to them. Or Aquarian, this Libra, Gemini, they're women you keep talking about. But you don't know, you keep talking about their woman, but you don't know that they know your coworker. That's their way of getting back at you. You don't know that they know your coworker or your boss. That's how they're getting back at you, vice versa. Talking to a Sag about the issues. They don't know what to do, how to get somebody to leave. They don't know how to get one of these air sign elements to leave. They don't know what to do for some reason. They're stuck. Libra male, Gemini male. Aquarian male. They don't know how to get those Ten of Swords. They don't know. Deceptive, yes, is that you have that kind of thought. Sag has that kind of thought. Aries may have that kind of thought. But they protect them. So when I say Aries having that kind of thought, they protect an Aquarian. They protect a Jeff. They protect those air sign men. They like them. They protect them. They don't want someone to lose their job. They don't want to. They don't want someone to lose their place. They don't want someone to lose their place in a home environment, in a business deal. That could be something that a feeling a Sag has, but want you to stop complaining. So a Sag having that kind of feeling, a Sag may be breaking down because they may want you to stop talking about one of those elements. They may want you to apologize. You may need to apologize. You may need to apologize to one of those elements there. They heard so the only reason why they're hearing something, the only reason why something is getting relayed to them is because you don't know your boss knows them. It's because you don't know your boss went to school with them. It's because you don't know your coworker talks to them daily. And they're finding out something that you said or thought you have about them. And you're coming home and they're outwardly outwardly or indirectly talking about you or talking about something that you said, and something there make you nervous. Something there's making you nervous, and you're telling the Sag you should find a way to apologize to them. Just find a way to apologize to them there. Seven of Swords. You may need to make a plan to do that, and Hermit energy in the future. You may not want to do that, but Sag making you do it. Sag could be making them do something. It could be like you know what this feels like to me, like a playground situation. Like it feels like a playground where a teacher is in the middle of the teacher is in the middle of two children, and the Sag could be the Sag could be a counselor. Sag could be, this is an example. Sag is a counselor. Aries counselor. They're a teacher or some kind. They're an adult, but standing in between two kids. You and a Gemini. You and an Aquarian. You and a Libra. That's how the scenario looks to me. That's what it feels to me, like a playground dispute that needs to be resolved. That could be how a Sag sees the situation there. That could be how somebody sees something there. You know what I mean? Playground stuff, like playground issues, like the analogy, not literally. Playground issues, like it's a playground problem. Playground issues. Sandbox, not playground. There's playground, sandbox tussle. A sandbox tussle. You know what I mean? Sandbox tussle. But the only reason for this damn sandbox tussle, is because the two kids in the damn sandbox, the two children in the sandbox, they both have their clicks, and they don't know their clicks are interconnected, and that's the reason for the dispute in the sandbox. Two business deals, two companies interconnected, business dispute in the sandbox. Whatever. Wow. What's changing is the Two of Wands energy is what's changing. You know what I mean? Patience. A Two of Wands energy, you need to have the patience with the Aries and the Sag elements. You need to have Leo possibly as well, but they don't want to be bothered. A Leo may not want to be bothered. Aries and a Sag are part of a business deal. Aries and Sag are part of a business deal, or they live in a home environment, or they're your coworkers, whatever, or their parents. Trying to help you resolve some type of foolishness of an interconnection that you inserted yourself into, but for some reason you don't want to leave, and it's causing problems. You know what I mean? Two business deals, two organizations, two nonprofit organizations going at it. Two nonprofit organizations that are going at it, but you don't know people from one nonprofit. People from a nonprofit you worked with in the past are interconnected to your housemates, because they may have worked at the same damn job in the past. They may have worked at the same nonprofit in the past, and they're relaying information. And you're like, trying to figure out ways to resolve, trying to ask Sag to help you resolve the problem. Well, Two of Wands, you don't have it anymore. Two of Wands, you don't have patience anymore. Two of Wands, you don't have the patience anymore. Air sign males, Sag, Aries, you don't have the patience to any of them. You don't have the patience to deal with any of them. You don't have the patience to deal with any of those elements. Wow. The resolution has the five of wands energy in the resolution there. So arguing with the fire signs, and hermit could be an external Virgo. You could be tied to an external Virgo, but don't really know them. So you may not really know, or you don't really care to, or know an external Virgo. You know them or you don't know them, or interact with them. That's why the five of wands going towards them is that someone may be trying to get you to interact with them. If it's an external Virgo, you know. If it's not that, then it's just five of wands. Reason why you're arguing. The fire of wands energy is the reason into why you're arguing, going towards the hermit energy. The reason into why you're arguing here. The reason into why you're arguing is hermit energy. Hermit hermit energy. What more to explain? Hermit energy. You were talking about somebody while you were drunk. You could have been drunk, drinking high, whatever, or they were that. But something's coming out about them being under the influence, and they're revealing that they know your business partners and things of that nature, or they are your business partner that you were just talking about. Period. Vice versa. You know, talking about their woman. They could, if you're a man or whatever, you bi, lesbian, gay, or straight, they could have been talking about your woman, talking about your friend, talking about your lover. You know, or something's going on with. That's why I said five of wands. Reason why you're arguing. Workplace interconnected to house. Workplace, and you're working with people that live in the same damn neighborhood as you. That's a wrong move. When I said that, the spirit was like, that's a wrong move. That's a wrong move. Or something there may be unavoidable, but that's still a wrong move. You know what I mean? That's something heavy there with neighborhood. You know, neighborhood. Parents, your parents could have went to school with your bosses. You know what I mean? You're working whatever the issue is. You're working in a nonprofit where you're working in a nonprofit where your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or they dealt with someone that worked in that nonprofit, and something is causing problems there. You know? Whatever the situation, you know what I mean? But the spirit emphasizes that it's heavily your fault because you're choosing to stay in one organization because something may be really good about sex that you're having with a coworker. I'm just playing. So I mean, whatever. It's just an example, or something's really good about your living arrangement that you have, but you have to deal. The living arrangement may imply that you live with coworkers. There's that. You know what I mean? I worked in a job like that before. You living with your coworkers. You can't avoid. It's unavoidable, like confrontation, and what you do before you sleep. And it's unavoidable if you have that kind of job. You live with your business partners. Aries does. Aries lives with their business partners. If they don't live with you, they live, or they are someone's really heavy about befriending business partners. And you shouldn't befriend business partners. Don't get too comfortable. Don't share certain things with coworkers. You know? But they still know your housemate somehow. They know someone in your neighborhood. And something, that's why I said something there, yes, may be unavoidable. Wow. All right, let's see what the outcome is here, Virgo. All right, the world, sign of Capricorn. So something may be going on with a Capricorn, or I don't really feel that. I feel like it's you, but need help from. So you may be thinking that you need help from a Capricorn energy. You know, this energy is an outcome, or it's world energy job. It's world energy because of the thoughts you have about a job that you're in, the thoughts you have about a home environment that you're in, the thoughts you have about a business deal that you're in. You know, whatever it is, or whatever it is that you're doing, whatever environment that you're in, you know, world energy. You're thinking that world energy, you're thinking that something has completed. If it's not an environment, then it's a relationship. But something is heavy with a private relationship and somewhere where you work. You may have tried to keep those two situations, like I said earlier on in the reading, you may have tried to keep those two situations separate. It's impossible. So when I said it, it's impossible. It's impossible. You know what I mean? It's impossible. You know? Are you trying to separate yourself from someone? Whatever. It's impossible. Something is really impossible here. It is or it is not. Or you think so? I'm looking at the air sign dudes. You I'm looking at the air sign dudes. Something. That's why I said, and moving and trying to get them out of a business deal and things of that nature. That could be a thought you have. You're thinking. You're thinking that it's impossible to get someone to leave something if it's not you. Somebody can have that thought about you. It's impossible to get you to leave somewhere. Whatever, it's impossible to get stop talking about something. It's impossible to get one of these air sign men to stop talking about something, but they keep talking about something. They could be talking about the Capricorn energy, you know? They could be talking in a good way or a bad way. They could be talking about them they can't stand. When I said that, you can't stand that. You can't stand that. Or it's just world energy, because it's just world energy. That could Capricorn energy could be the reason into why the Capricorn energy could be the reason into why you have something interesting going on the way it is with you here for some reason in your workplace. That could be something that is Sag is trying to tell you, Aries and Aquarian and whatever. You know what I mean? Business deals with Aries. Business deals with Aries. You know? Hmm. And the conversations can have something to do. The conversations can have something to do with them. You know? Hmm. Ten of Swords. It can have something to do with them. But I feel more so it's you. Like I feel heavy that it's you that is happening to there with air sign men and Sag and Aquarian and Gemini and Aries, Libra, whatever it is. Thoughts, interconnections that are becoming extreme. Interconnections that are becoming really extreme. They're becoming extreme because people are acting out interestingly. So they're becoming extreme because people are acting out really interestingly for some reason. They're acting out really interestingly. All right, let me know how it resonates, Virgo. Be well. Take care. Bye.